Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. This is my first ever YouTube live broadcast. I don't know how many of you will be tuning in. I don't have a lot of subscribers at this moment, but I did want to take this platform and this time to go over some safety tips. I have a little bit of extra time this week as I am snowed in, as most of the US is. And I have seen several posts and I have gotten a couple of questions. Like literally like millions of people are without electricity right now and it's very cold. And as you know, cold weather and invertebrates can be a deadly combination. So I did want to pop on here and give you guys some tips in case your power goes out and you're worried about your pet spiders or your pet mantises. Some things you can do to help tide over until power comes back on. I know it's something that keeps me awake at night. So the first and probably most important thing that you need to do is you need to make sure you're monitoring your temps. So have some sort of thermometer so you know, because what feels cold to us may not feel as cold to them. So with most jumpers and most mantises, you're probably going to be okay down to about 50 degrees. So once temperatures start approaching that 50-degree mark, I wouldn't let them get quite that cold, but watch, and if temperatures are falling, um, definitely be prepared to have backup plans in place. So I realize everybody has different needs, different amounts of animals, different spaces, and different materials available to them. So I'm hoping this video will kind of give you some ideas to use what you have at your disposal. So the first step would be to move them to a warmer area in your home. In words, if you are lucky enough to have a fireplace, something that doesn't require electricity that generates heat. If you have a gas furnace, make sure they're closer, to the heat source and further away from like windows and doors. Keep an eye out for drafts, things like that. So put them in a more protected area, which brings me to my second step. If you're worried about trapping heat, do it in a smaller space. So this could mean moving them to a smaller room. I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about a bathroom setup here in a moment. If that is not an option, if you can't heat a space as large as your bathroom, one of the things I did want to show you guys, and these are great really year round for keeping your temperature and your humidity levels regulated in a smaller space. This one is just on Amazon. It is a like little mini portable greenhouse. So it's like shelves and then it's just covered in plastic. So, you can put your heat sources in there, hot water bottles, heat packs. But just that thing in and of itself will help trap the air and create a barrier and keep temperatures warmer longer. So by reducing the amount of space that you have to heat, you will reduce, you know, um, the effort that you need to put into the amount of heat that you need to heat it. So if you only have a few inverts, another option may be to use like a water cooler, or not a water cooler, but like an ice chest, or a styrofoam chest, or even just like a Tupperware container. Obviously, that's not going to have as much insulation. If you have a way to heat water, you can use that. If you have heat packs, things along those keep a close eye on that because smaller spaces do heat up quicker uh, than not small spaces. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted here. I wanted to show you guys how to heat your bathroom. So one of the alternatives is candles. Now, there's a few things I do want to talk about when it comes to candles. First of all, I shouldn't have to say it is a fire hazard. So please make sure that you've got all of the flammable items, things such as that, like out of the way. Don't use scented candles. This picture right here that I'm showing you now is a probably a scented candle. So inverts are really susceptible to air poisoning from like essential oils and fragrances. So you want to make sure you're fragrance free. You can use tea lights if you do use multiple ones. This ceramic pot method actually heats the pot up and helps like you get the most out of those candles. A lot of heat is produced off of candles, and you may be able to heat your bathroom to a reasonable temperature just with candles. So again, make sure they're not scented candles. Make sure that you're not going to set your house on fire. Make sure that if you have something set up like this, that it's not somewhere that's going to be knocked over easily. And do remember that terracotta pot there is going to get hot. So, please be safe, but this could be a good technique if you need to like heat your bathroom or a small room. I wouldn't recommend this in like a closet because, well, there's a lot of flammable stuff in there. So that's why I suggest a bathroom. It's even better if your bathroom is like in an interior wall in your house and not an exterior wall. So you want to try and get away from windows and doors. Let's see what else I have here. If you have any kind of, if you don't have electricity, you may still have gas. If people still have that and be able to at least get hot water, you can fill hot water bottles, and that will help keep a nice toasty area. Let's see, I talked about heat packs, talked about if you have a gas stove, you might be able to heat water on there, and greenhouse and the cooler and the Tupperware. And that should give you some ideas of like some ways that you can make an area that is safe for your inverts to weather the storm until you get electricity back. Again, make sure you monitor those temperatures if you're using any kind of artificial heat. They don't really need a lot of air, so they will be okay like in a cooler with like a warm water bottle. Make sure that you're not going to put anything that's like too hot in there because it will trap that heat. So if all else fails, you are a heater. We are warm-blooded animals. So if you need to cup your spiders out in 2-ounce deli cups and stick them in your inside pocket or in your scarf or in your hat, I would not be above doing that if it came down to it. So don't be afraid to get creative. We're gonna make it through this winter storm, hopefully sooner rather than later. We've got another one about to hit us tomorrow and the next day. I don't even know when it's going to end. Hopefully soon. If you guys have any questions, I'm glad to help you figure things out. Sometimes just might take you getting a little creative to see what you have. If you have the opportunity, it's not a bad idea to be prepared ahead of time, even if it's just getting some candles or maybe some heat packs or just having like something prepared. I know I really worry about the electricity going out with all the ice and snow. So I hope you guys are staying safe. And as always, staying spooky. We'll see you next time.